Greetings, fellow listeners or viewers. My name is Louis Giovanni Bedoy, and I am about to read a fragment of the book by William Goldman called The Princess Bride. Now, I am about to read a fragment of the chapter called One the Bride, which can be found on bottom of page number 20. So, I quote. Buttercup, of course at 15, knew none of this, and if she had, would have found it totally uncomfortable. How could someone care if she were the most beautiful woman in the world or not? What difference could it have made if you were only the third most beautiful or the sixth? Buttercup at this time was nowhere near that high, being barely in the top 20, and that primarily or potential, certainly not on any particular care she took of herself. She hated to wash her face. She loaded the area behind her ears. She was sick of combing her hair and did so little as possible. What she liked to do, preferred above all else really, was to ride her horse and taunt the farm boy. The horse's name was Horse. Buttercup was never long on imagination. And it came when she called it, when where she steered it, did what she told it. The farm boy did what she told him too. Actually, he was more a young man now, but he had never been a farm boy when orphaned. He had come to work for her father, and Buttercup referred to him that way still. Farm boy, fetch me this. Get me that. Farm boy, quickly. Lazy thing, throw now or I'll tell father. As you wish. That was all he ever answered. As you wish. Fetch that, farm boy. As you wish. Dry this, farm boy. As you wish. He lived in a hovel out near the animals, and according to Buttercup's mother, he kept it clean. He even read when he had candles. I'll leave the lad in acre in my wall, Buttercup's father was fond of saying. They had acres then. You'll spoil me, Buttercup's mother always answered. He slaved for many years. Hard work should be rewarded. Then, rather than continue the argument, they had arguments then too. They would both turn on their daughter. You didn't bathe, her father said. I did, from Buttercup. Not with water, her father continued. You reek like a stallion. I've been riding all day, Buttercup explained. You must bathe, Buttercup, her mother joined in. The boys don't like their girls to smell us stables. Oh, the boys, Buttercup fairly exploded. I do not care about the boys. Horses loves me, and that is quite sufficient. Thank you. She said that speech loud, and she said it often. But like it or not, things were beginning to happen. Shortly before her 16th birthday, Buttercup realized that it now been more than a month since any girl in the village had spoken to her. She had never much been close to girls, so the change was nothing sharp, but at least before there were head nods exchanging when she rode through the village or along the cat tracks. But now for no reason there was nothing. A quick glance away as she approached, that was all. Buttercup cornered Cornelia one morning at the blacksmith's and asked about the silence. I should think after what you've done, you'd have the courtesy not to pretend to ask, came from Cornelia. And what have I done? What? You've stolen then. With that, Cornelia fled, but Buttercup understood. She knew who them was. The boys, the village boys. The beef-ridden, fear-brained, rattle-skulled, cold-plated, dim-doomed, noddle-nogging, shape-dead, lunk-cobbled boys. How could anybody accuse her of stealing them? Why could anybody want them anyway? What good were they? All they did was pester and vex and annoy. Can I brush your horse, Buttercup? Thank you, but the farm boy does that. Can I go riding with you, Buttercup? Thank you, but I really do enjoy myself alone. You think you're too good for anybody? Don't you, Buttercup? No, I don't. I just like riding by myself, that's all.